Hey y'all, so I'm going to explain to y'all kind of my story and what all has happened. When I was in high school, I was completely healthy up until sophomore year. I've been healthy my whole life up until sophomore year of high school. I came down with Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever, spring break, and I missed about a year of school. For that, I was on homebound and I was really sick. I had a few hallucinations and a really high temperature, which I don't know if that affected the brain AVM. They don't know a lot about it, but my brain was still developing at the time. So college rolled around, went to college for 2 years, celebrated finishing up with my associate's degree, drove down to the beach with my best friend, drove back up, we went parasailing, jet skiing, banana boating, and a few other things, dangerous things. If we would have known I was so sick, we probably wouldn't have done them. So we came back about 2 weeks later. We were at work because we worked together, and it was June the 2nd, and they were really short-staffed during the daytime, and at night they're already short-staffed as it is, but it was going to get super severe, and it was going to be really bad. So we volunteered to stay over if they would keep us together. So we did. We worked 16 hours, and I came home Sunday morning, napped for an hour and a half, went to church, came back home. My best friend was still here, and we were actually celebrating my grandma's birthday. So while the cake was baking, we came and took a nap on my bed, and when we did, I don't really know how long I was asleep for, but I don't really know. I had a grand mal seizure. It lasted about 5 minutes from what they say, and I actually tried to hit my best friend. I tried to punch her and knock her out, which is very unlike me. Like, I would never do that. So I don't know, I feel really bad about that. And I was unconscious for 30 to 45 minutes. I woke up and we were almost to the hospital. My sister's a nurse, and my best friend's a CNA also, so they kind of helped each other, and my entire family was here, so they helped carry me out, because obviously I couldn't walk, I was unconscious. I got to the hospital. They ran a CT scan. They eliminated anything major like brain bleed or something. They started me on Keppra, which is actually very unusual in the ER. They normally don't start you immediately on some seizure medicine. So that's a fun fact. They did some blood work, and they ruled out anything major. They referred me to a neurologist, Dr. Nandagam in Murfreesboro. He's awesome. He's a great guy. He's been so good to me all along this whole process. He's been amazing. Excellent doctor. So I went to go see him, and he told me we were going to do an MRI in a couple weeks, and I remember us asking, is it okay if we go to Florida, because we were scheduled to go to Florida in like a week, and he's like, yeah, go on, have fun, just don't do anything crazy while you're down there. So I'm like, okay, well that makes it kind of sad, because I like to jet ski. But we went, and if we would have known what was wrong, we probably wouldn't have been allowed to go. So we came back, and on the way back, I had this really weird experience. We stopped to eat Mexican food, and I had been to this restaurant so many times. Probably, I don't know, we've been going there for like 10 years. Every time we go down there, like, I know where we're at when we're in there, And I was sitting next to my sister, and she said I stared off, and she goes, Laura, are you okay? Like, and I'm like, where are we? And she's like, where are we? I'm like, oh, just kidding. I know where we're at. But at the time, I really didn't know. Like, I had no idea where we were at, which is very unusual. So I think that was a seizure right then. we drove back to Alabama. We stayed the night in Alabama, and that whole night I was so sick. Because after my seizures, I get really sick. Then we came back, and that following Monday, we went to see the neurologist again, got the MRI ran, did an EEG. The MRI showed I had a brain AVM. He explained to me what that was. It's kind of like a tangled network of vessels of arteries and veins that aren't supposed to be there. They're all jacked up. It's supposed to be like interstates up there, and it was like some dirt roads, some mud roads after it had been raining. And it was really dangerous. Like, the younger they find AVMs and you're having symptoms of AVMs, the higher the chance that you're going to have a brain bleed. So my percentage was at 87% because they found mine when I was 20. I would just like drop, and one day I even hit my eyeball on the corner of my bed, and that was a hard day. Like, that day really upset me. It's the day I realized I was pretty sick, and it really hurt really bad. It was like someone punched my eyeball. Like, I had my eyeball open. So yeah, they referred me on to see a neurosurgeon, Dr. Shatale, at Vanderbilt University Medical Center in Nashville, Tennessee. I went to go see him, and he's like, so we need to do a cerebral angiogram. So I went in and did that on my birthday, and he told us that we're probably going to have to do 2 embolizations and then a craniotomy to remove it. So we did the embolization, and when they do an embolization, it's kind of like a medically induced stroke in a way. Not like anything permanent. It just stops the blood flow in one section. So we're trying to kill the AVM, you know. So they stopped the blood flow one time. You waited 6 weeks. Did it again. The day after, I had my craniotomy done. That was a crazy day. So crazy. When you have a craniotomy done, the night before, he did a MRI, and that was cool, you know, whatever, but it's kind of annoying being in the hospital because everyone wakes you up every so often, especially when you're in the neuro ICU. It's, what's your name? What's your birthday? What's today? Who's the president? Do you know where you are? Okay, push, pull, you know, all that fun stuff. They do that so many times. It's ridiculous. It's just been a journey. It really has. The whole recovery process has been crazy. It's been crazy. I still can't drive. I had my seizure the beginning of June last year. Today, it is March the 2nd, 2019. I still can't drive. Still can't be left alone, really. I'm still on 3 different medications. But, praise the Lord, I'm okay. I will show y'all this cool thing. You can see it. So, since I had my surgery, I've lost some weight, and you can actually see a dent in my head, and that's where the AVM was. A scar, you can't really see that as well. Let's see if I can find it. It goes all the way across. Something they don't tell you, okay? Hear me out here. After the craniotomy, you will hear like something moving around in your head, and you think you're crazy, but you're not. It's creepy. It's weird. And it kind of makes you kind of sick. You're nauseous a lot after surgery, and I mean, I wasn't in an overwhelming amount of pain all the time. The pain medicine kind of just like numbs it, so that's good. But your head itself, there's really no, you just don't feel it. Like, I don't really even feel it still, that I had it done. But if I rub my hand across my head, I can feel it dent, and it's really gross, and it kind of makes me kind of sick. I was on a walker for about 3 weeks. I didn't have to have physical therapy, praise the Lord. Whoop, whoop. But it was definitely a journey. It definitely was. And I'll definitely do another video about the days leading up to my surgery and what I wish I would have known. But this just kind of answers questions about how they found my brain AVM and kind of the whole process as to what they did. So that's my story. That's my brain AVM story. Hopefully from now on I'll be healthy again. I've since applied to nursing school. I'm waiting to hear back. Yeah, as you can see, I'm watching Brain on Fire. Relatable. But I'm waiting to hear back from nursing school about if I'm in or not. Hopefully I'm in. And that's about it. But it's just really amazing. The Lord's doing a lot of good things. And He'll do good things in your life too. Just hang in there. You're gonna be alright. But that's really all I gotta say. It was good talking to y'all. And if y'all have any questions or any comments, just comment below. Bye y'all.